Hello. Is this thing on? Oh, wait, it's down here. Whoops. Oops. My bad. Is this thing on? Listen, the way Facebook is lately, I don't even know if anybody's going to see this, but I thought I'd go live anyway. How are you all? Mm. Mm. Woo. I put this like energy drink stuff in there, and it's a little busy. Woo! Let me put some more Topo Chico in there. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, could just me and you and Betty over here. Pretty exciting. I'm home. I've been traveling. Let me see if this mofo's live. I think it is. Oh, somebody's watching. Oh, it does say I'm live. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, well, here we go. I'll put this over here. I will start it, but then I'll turn it down. Okay. Hi. Just me and Betty. I don't know where Joey is, but happy Friday. Happy spooky season. I think we have 2 weeks left. Is it 2 weeks until Halloween? Is Halloween on a Friday this year? That's kind of exciting. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's that song, Papa? Can you hear me? Right, Betty? Sounds like you can. So yay for us. Anyway, yeah, so 2 more weeks before Halloween. And let me tell you something. I just came back from Boston. Boy, are my arms tired. No, that's what you say. I just flew in from Boston. Boy, are my arms tired. I didn't just fly in. I got back in on Wednesday. Yay to Andy and Chet Lyons, who I had the best time with. I've known Andy for 12 years. We hadn't met in person. Gotta tell you, it was a great success. Woo, was that fun? Yep, we just cut up. We went to the beach. We went to Agunquit, Maine. So I have a couple stories about that. So if you've ever read The Stand, Miss Ma'am over here has decided she's going to play with this toy right now. Hold on, I want you to see what's happening. Talk on my monitor is dusty. Anywho, so I go out to Boston, and Andy says, and we're going to go to, they live in Andover, but that we were going to go drive around to a bunch of places, which was really fun. One of them was Agunquit, Maine. And I was like, shut up. Because if you ever read The Stand, which was a Stephen King book, which I have to tell you was the whole start of my journey into being super paranoid about zombies, pandemics, just trying to fix my necklace, zombies, pandemics, that whole thing, plus then growing up in a born again Christian cult, the whole book of Revelations thing, man, I was messed up. So I read The Stand. All right, this is just going to have to be how it is. I read The Stand when I was 14. So 1979. Yeah, do the math. One more thing. There it is. And so in this book, who out there has read The Stand? It was really scary, really, really scary. It's a flu bug that just decimates like 99% of the population. So then at the second half of the book, it's all about, the people who are left over and the good versus evil piece to it, which always scares me because, just watch just all of society just go down the crapper. Right. Anyway. So it's a really, really intense book. Ooh, I'm going to do some fun little makeup. Watch this. I've been doing this lately with my eye makeup. It's really, really fun. Look at that little pop. Pop, pop. Anyway, so in the book, so I grew, for me personally, I grew up, morning to you, sir. It's evening here. Where are you at that it's morning? I'm jealous. Wherever it is, I bet it's fun. And hi, Carlos. So I grew up in central Illinois, which is boring, right? Super, super boring. But I love it now. Like it was a great place to grow up. But, we really didn't travel because, again, crazy family that, when you're part of a cult, you don't really get out too much. Ooh, Stuart's here. And he says, former 12-year Catholic school SKP, right? My Jesus says, woof, right? Feel free, brother. And yay us for being escapees from that. Anyway, so, grow up that I'm reading this book and it just freaks me the fuck out. And there's three pieces to it that were so, that I always paid attention to. One was the Lincoln Tunnel in New York City. Now, at that point, I'm not sure why I didn't realize that the tunnel went underwater. I just thought it was a tunnel going through and you could kind of go around it. And so I'm like, why didn't they just walk around? Didn't know at the time. So that was a big thing to go to. So I moved to New York City when I was 23. So going to the Lincoln Tunnel was a huge deal, pretty mind bendy. Then I moved to Boulder in 1995. Hadn't really been there before. So in the movie or in the book, Boulder's a huge part of the second half of the book. And then they also go to the Eisenhower Tunnel. So two pretty big pieces. I sort of interchange Boulder and the whole Eisenhower Tunnel, even though they're really not that close together. And then the third piece is Ogunquit, Maine. So in the book, Franny, who's a major character, is living in Ogunquit, Maine. So never having been to Maine, I just had this idyllic picture of it. And guess what? It's like that. It was so cool. I felt like that was my fourth piece to my whole the Stand story. Again, if anybody out there has read that before, let me know. I'm thinking about reading it again because it is so intense. Chet, I think you were planning on reading that. And again, shout out to Andy and Chet Lyons who picked me up at 6:00 in the morning in Boston last Saturday because I took the red eye, literally the red eye. It was just like, oh, it was tiring. So pick me up and just took me around. And I'm going to do a post either tonight or tomorrow about all the cool places I got to see. So that was the first piece of Maine that was very satisfying. Let me take a drink. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I have cards today too. Woo! Man, that thing is tart. Holy shit. I think I need to put some more stuff in it. So I have cards. I'm going to read Mary Magdalene. The other piece, super funny. I'll also do a post on this. We were in downtown Boston. Now, look at the East Coast, and specifically New England, has the corner on the market on spooky shit. I mean, they are just so scary. Oh my gosh, Kenneth. Kenneth, where are you? Are you in Maine? Damn it. I am so sorry because you're up in the East Coast and I didn't see you. I will be back. Not to worry. Not to worry, my friend. I was just talking about my visit to the East Coast, but seriously, and hi, darling. They have the corner on the market. I mean, I think about it. They basically, really coined the whole witches thing. Golly, I picked up on a lot of energy was there, but I just tried to like surround myself and put a little zipper of positive energy around me, so I didn't feel like I got too much weirdness. But yeah, I mean that's the ultimate in spooky. But so we're driving around in Boston, and we drive by a park called Hooker Park. Now, if you know me, and if you've ever gotten a message from me, my term of endearment is to call you is to go, "What's up, Hooker?" That's just me. And raise your hand if you've gotten a message from me that says, "What's up, Hooker? What's going on, Hooker?" And so we come around the corner and there's Hooker Park, and I'm cackling because I'm 100% that 12-year-old boy in a 59-year-old woman's body. That sounds weird. Oh God, I need to rephrase. Don't call the police. So I'm cackling, and Chet, who is quite smart and very literate, it's like, "Why is that funny?" I'm like, "Because Hooker." He's like, "Well, you do realize that's the original Hooker." I'm like, "Say what now?" So it turns out this, I don't know what he was, Captain Hooker, some kind of hooker, literally was, if you study etymology, which is the study of words, entomology is the study of bugs. Right? Did I get that right? It's either entomology or etymology. Damn it. Etymology is words, entomology is bugs. I'm standing by that. Anyway, apparently this hooker guy is what kind of ended up being this pejorative of hooker. I'm really butchering the story, and I promise I will look it up before I post about it. Bottom line is, I just saw in Boston, the original hooker. And I was beside myself. I cackled the whole way home. I'm like, shit, that's something I didn't even have on my bucket list. So if you know me, you love me, and I'll say, what's up, hooker? Speaking of Jeff Higgins, what's up, hooker? Darling, how are you guys? I saw your post and I told Chris about it of Bradenton Beach. And my goodness, Chris is in Palmetto. They're doing okay. It's a mess. It's a mess. And V's here. So V was here too this week. It was so much fun. Anyway, Jeff, how are y'all doing though? Did you get power? And yeah, one of Chris's relatives has a house in Anna Maria, but Chris and his mom have power again. His aunt didn't lose power. He ended up going up to Gainesville. And oh, my friend, I'm so sorry. Jeff says, and this is Bradenton Beach down in basically the Tampa area where Milton, well, first Helene hit and then Milton. He says it's smoked. Pictures don't do it justice. Hey, Jeff, if you have any links to anything that we can donate to, that we can share out there that are reliable links, please let me know. Or please just post them here. I would love that. Please let me know if you need anything. Again, Chris is there and they're cleaning up, but you're in Parish now, but all your clients are in Anna Maria. Oh, honey. Well, again, let me know how we can support you and people that you know specifically. All right. Oof, really been on my mind. And I think this is that kind of time frame, just like with Helene and these, in Asheville. I think it's kind of like people just don't understand the devastation that's going on. Oh, you got a link for us. Thanks, my friend. Thank you. In these places now that the storms have passed, and of course we're caught up in the election cycle. What is your voting plan? What's your voting plan? Do you know where your ballot is? Do you know when you can vote early? Can you vote by mail? Have you looked at your ballot yet? I spent some time with my friend Michelle a week ago, going through the ballot, bluevoterguide.org. Okay, bluevoterguide.org, and I'm going to type this in here right now. And that's when you can really figure out what's on your ballot. Look at the judges, look at the initiatives, the ballot initiatives, look at what's going on in your area. And I spent some time on it. I really did. But that's what I want you to do. I wanted you to tell me what your voter plan is. Oh, Joe Craw is here. Oh my God, I had the best time with Joe Craw and her husband. Woo, that was really fun, wasn't it, honey? We cut up. We were she and her hubby Scott met me at the Hyatt in Boston Harbor, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Joanne is the most amazing organizer, and she her brain just works so wonderful. So Joanne, post your links here so people can break off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, which is you and your smarts. And I feel like we're all going to do something together at some point, like business wise. I'm just saying. Hey, Phil, how's it going? Good to see you on here, brother. How you been? Are you down in Florida too, hun? I feel like you are as well. Everybody that's on here, please post links and let me know. Yeah, if anything that you want to support or you want me to support would be wonderful. I would love that. Jeff says, Centerami, CENTERAMI.org /hurricane relief information. Thank you so much, hon, especially knowing that this is something that's reliable. I know there's a lot out there. I've heard too, and Jeff, you can confirm this for me, that a lot of people are helping one another too, that there's a lot of camaraderie, ignoring sort of the outside chatter of, oh, FEMA's doing XYZ. And by the way, stop it. Whoever's putting that shit out there that FEMA's not doing their job, stop it, right? Quit. Stop being an idiot. It's not doing it. Joe Cross says, so fun and thank you. Yeah, post your links, please. Joanne has a podcast as well, too. Wonderful, wonderful links on that, too. And Phil, you've got a podcast as well, too, right? Or aren't you interviewing people, hon? Oh, yes. Okay. Love, yes. I'll have to get back to some things. Love you, brother. Tell your girlfriend hi to your honey. And when I'm back down there, I will definitely come visit. But message me privately as well too if there's anything I can do. But thank you for the link and hang in there. You guys send him some good love, please. Let's do a bong breathing for Jeff and for he's in Parrish and for Bradenton Beach, all of Florida, everywhere that's been affected by the hurricanes. You ready? Bong breathe. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Hold it in. Mm. Get that peace and love and light out there. Tits up. Teats, whatever you got. Everybody has them. They're just different sizes. Fix my brassiere. There we go. One more. Hold it in. Ah, love and light, motherfuckers. You know I mean it. Oh man. Jeff says, no, everyone is working. I just think people don't understand the gravity of the situation. And I agree with you, sweetheart. I think it's very hard to I think what happens with these storms is that there's the big lead up. And unless it can break through in the news cycle with extreme catastrophic death toll, people don't get it. But what's happening is damage, black mold. I understand too that already with Helene coming through, that people had to pull a lot of things out of their house. So, they're already in a pretty stressed mode. So, if you want to do a live stream sometime, I'd be happy to have you on too, just to talk about it. But again, we just sent you some really good energy, and yeah, just keep talking about it, keep posting about it too, and I'd be happy to share it if you're okay with that. I would love that. Jeff says we have piles of sand 13 feet high on both sides of the road. If you've been to any of these areas that he's talking about, which I've been with Christopher to visit some relatives that are in Anna Maria Island, this is just insane. It's a super quaint, lovely, lovely area, and I appreciate you coming on though, and come on back and yeah, message me too if you want to chat. Okay, shoo. Hey Jeff, also excuse me, post the link to your post if you don't mind. I don't know if you have it open, but that would be wonderful to see it. Thank you. Kitty, Bo Beatty. Oh, honey. I just did some bong breathing for our friend Jeff that's down in Florida. Christopher is doing okay with his family, but they have a lot of cleanup as well, too. I think he evacuated like what am I saying? A week and a half ago, the storm finally came through, I think, on Thursday, but Chris had been up in Gainesville, so he wasn't even at his home for another week and a half. And then being back home, things are okay, but there's a lot of damage around there. And then, they're like all the food in their house was just had to throw everything out, cleaning everything out. Oh, good. Jeff just shared his post. So, y'all, could you go over and give it a like and some love too? And then also check out this post or this link. That Jeff posted for a fundraiser. Got to get out there. Listen. And the most important thing right now, too, in addition to fundraising and being aware, is having your voting plan. You got to have a voting plan. This is just a crazy time right now. I just got my ballot finally today. I'm going to mail it in tomorrow. Although I was going to go vote early in person. I might still do that as well, too. Thanks, honey. You are as well. Thank you. I might still go do that, but I have, bluevoterguide.org. Sarah's here. Sarah and I just had a wonderful conversation about voting. She is in West Virginia. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you on our chat. And I will circle back with your friend now that I'm back from Boston, which was a lovely, lovely visit. Katie says it's been a rough 2 weeks over here, to be honest. All right, Boo, we're sending you some love, honey. And you saw Chris was okay, and you asked other Florida people if they were okay. Again, this is at that digging out period when after something catastrophic comes by, everybody kind of just checks out a little bit, and it's understandable. It is very understandable to just be like, okay, I can only handle so much, especially again, as I said, this huge. So many news stories because of what's going on with a very important the election of our lives. We thought 16 was important and nail bitey 2020 was 2022, but 2024 has nothing on it. Hi, Momsy. I just saw you pop in there. I love you. Thank you, Momsy. Marsha Morrow. Everybody give a shout out to Marsha. Hee hee. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. But anyway, yeah, get that voter, get your guides out. Mom and I are going to go through her ballot this weekend. She's in Illinois. Sarah's in West Virginia. Who's voted early yet? Vote early, vote often. Just kidding. What just a crazy week for everybody. Well, weeks, and we say that every week. So always something going on. Let's give Katie some space and hear what she has to say. The woman who essentially raised you died from esophageal cancer, and she was your mom's best friend. And my head has been up your ass, and you can't function some days. But back on Lexapro. Look at you, honey, taking care of yourself, right? I'm so sorry for that loss, though. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Lucky that you had these good people in your life, right? Yeah, and get that Lexapro going, honey, if that's working. I'm telling you. Mark Boris is here, my old Google Plus buddy. Mark, I went to go see, right? We know each other from Google Plus. I went to see Andy Lyons this week. And y'all, Andy has an amazing podcast called Don't Be Caged by Your Age. This thing is insane. It has everything. That's what they say on Stefan from SNL. I'll post a link to it here too. It's really, really, really good. Speaking to people 65 and older, mom, I talked to her about, some of the things we talked about. Mommy went to her 65 year high school reunion, which is where I went to high school, and had a wonderful time. But I was having these really honest conversations with people about, all the things they're going through that are really challenging with aging. And having these honest conversations is where it's at for sure. Oh, yes, Bob. Big hug. Thank you, love. Sarah, this will be an election to determine whether democracy prevails or autocracy overcomes our way of life. Boom. That's it. And listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Um, it is um, it is so different than 2016 and 2020 because of this presidential candidate that's running alongside with Rump. And this guy is nefarious. He is so sneaky. He scared me with how slick he was at the VP debate. And he lies like a rug, as we used to say when we were kids. Sarah, were you saying this to my darling Katie? She's saying, yeah, it was a huge loss, and you have great. I do. Oh, yes, definitely love you. Yes, darling. And you have so many people who do, and you're doing so many good things in this world. I know that you are. Yes, Katie, thank you. Says thank you. Doing better, but nights are harder. Holidays are coming up, which are going to suck without her and going to her house. Ooh, gosh, that is for sure, honey. The first holiday season after a loss is always really, really tough. Yes, Mark. Cool. Yes, it was fun. Stuart, assuming you are saying this for the election, I mean, it is something on a stick. It's the stakes are just insane, and I will say, don't necessarily go with the polls. Just vote early. Voting early is so essential because it takes you out of the list of what people are going to do to check in on to like, oh, let's call the voter log of who hasn't voted yet. Like, get yourself out there, get voted, make sure that thing counts. I love it about Colorado. When I turn my ballot in, I get a text right away. We received your ballot. And then I get a text when it's counted. And democracy, freedom, freedom, right? I get so excited. Sarah says, you've been taking care. Yes, you have, my darling, who had a stroke 2 years ago. So she truly understands. Yes, Sarah and I had a good chat about that as well, too. Christopher is taking care of his mom as well. She is up and about, but, making sure she was safe during the hurricane was quite the deal as well, too. So let's do. How you feeling? How you feeling, everybody? Sarah, research what happened to Iran in the 70s and apply that to the US if he wins. Yes. Yeah. Have you all seen the different posters of like what women looked like in Iran in the early 70s? I mean, they had it going on. Politicians, lawyers, teachers, professors, living life large. And then once that changed up. I have a book that Chet gave to me, Andy's Chet, and it is The Woman Who is Politics Gal. And it's so, so, so good. I'm going to be reading it this weekend, and Chet's read it. And then we made sort of what I call a political punch list of things that we want to focus on once Harris and Walz are in office. There's a lot that we can't, I mean, I know even there's a lot I won't be doing until this election ends. I'm going to be doing a lot of phone calls, get out the vote, GOTV is the acronym for that. So if you can, please try and volunteer for that. You're going to be calling voters that are, it's not going to be combative, and you can just call and say, hey, do you have your voter plan? Have you looked at your, ballot? Do you know what's on your ballot? Have you turned your ballot in? I would love it if you can do that. The politics cow, yeah, she is, and her book really is something else. I got to look that up. Hold on one second. But I will, if you like, also post a list of the political punch list if you like to add to it. It's basically things that we want to focus on, because this is not ending on November 5th. Yes, and I do truly feel they're going to win. I also think we're going to be able to take the House and the Senate. But I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. And if I am, tell me I am. But there's a lot that needs to be done right after that. Oh, a return to common sense. How to fix America before we really blow it. That's the book. Great civics lesson too. Mark says he's thinking about mailing your ballot this time. If you have an opportunity to do that, I think that would be wonderful. Again, oh, look at Ginger in the picture. Hi, Ginger. If you have an opportunity to do that in your state, and I can't remember where you are, I definitely would do that. Just make sure to research it at bluevoterguide.org. That thing is so helpful. And I can walk you, if you want me to show you what it looks like. I can tonight. Let me know. Maybe if I get 2 people that says they want to see what my ballot looks like, I'll show you. Marks and Kelly. Yep, you should be able to do early. Yeah, you can turn your ballot. I would just get it counted. This is Politics Girl, if you want to see her. And things that we thought would be on our punch list to really make sure we pay attention to. John Lewis Voter Act, gerrymandering. What else did I have? The environment. More about what's going to be going on with reproductive rights. There's a lot of people that have been posting lately about mifepristone, about they are trying to, it was never about abortion. It's about control. Absolutely. They're going after, they're going to go after birth control, mifepristone. They're going through after a lot of stuff. And they're saying the quiet part out loud. Shady, you know who? The vice presidential nominee for the Republicans. He is just saying a lot of things out loud, no doubt. Sarah says that Richard Ojeda is somebody to pay attention to. Brent's here too. I don't think Andy's here though. Thank you. I agree. Yeah, it is no joke. So I'm going to do this. Let me do bluevoterguide.org. Nobody said they wanted it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So what you do is you put your address in, right? Build your guide. Here we go. Let's present. Shall we? Do you want to see what it looks like? It's kind of cool. All right. Share screen. Blue Voter Guide. All right. You ready? Here it is. All right. So I'm going to take myself off there so you can see it. So this is my guide based on my address. So they have, obviously, as a Democrat, but look at how many issues I have. 58. I helped my friend Michelle, who's down in Highlands Ranch. She only had 26. I was like, that's a lot. So look at here. You can go through and like, here's who Harris is endorsed by. Here's what she's about. LGBTQ, gun safety, women's rights and equality, climate. Do you see what I'm looking at here at the top when I put my little cursor over here, right under her name? Let's see if I can get it to work. Healthcare. Probably this is justice, civil rights and equal justice, like all these different things that Harris is for, right? Other candidates. I didn't realize there were so many people that are on the ballot. Whatever. Republican candidates, we know what's going on. Look at this. Republican candidates, DT, convicted felon. That shit's funny. Oh my God, that's hilarious. All right, Diana DeGette is running for our U.S. House of Colorado District 1, which is what I'm in, representative. Here's her issues: gun safety. She's endorsed by Colorado Democratic Party, Planned Parenthood. Love this. All the people that endorsed her, there's a bunch. This is her. Let's see, Charles Norris, that's the other Democratic nominee. Then we've got the Republicans, U.S. Colorado Board of Regents, pretty important here for the University of Colorado, but they're involved in a lot of decisions here in Colorado. Judicial endorsements. Now, what I did is I took these guys' name and I went over to Ballotpedia and I looked them up. And this was pretty interesting too. And then I looked at their record and to see what kind of record they had, that the judges as well as other attorneys had, and how they were noted and how they were seen amongst their peers. So look at I've got all these. Now, this is the tough thing, but this did help me make a decision. This judge, even though it's a woman, she dissented from the majority when the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that Trump was ineligible to run for president. Now, of course, that was a little bit of that had a lot of shaboom for a lot of people here. Amendment G, this was interesting to look up too. It explains to you exactly what a yes vote would support: expanding the property tax exemption for veterans with a disability to include veterans with individual unemployability status. Voted, and it's recommended by Colorado Dems, Colorado League of Women Voters, Politico, Working Families Party. Love it. See how this is so great? You can do this with your ballot as well too. Removed to right to bail in first degree murder cases. So this one was hard because it's Colorado Democratic Party recommends it, but Working Families Party doesn't. And it's a multiracial party fighting for freedom and equality for all. So the wording makes you think, yeah, they should get out. And I do agree. I haven't decided about that. Remove constitutional same-sex marriage ban. No brainer, but thanks for voting. Amendment K, initiative and referendum filing and judicial retention filing deadlines. And this explains it, which I love. It tells you what a yes vote is. Prop J, retain sports betting tax revenue for water projects. Yes, please. Thank you. Excise tax on firearms dealers. Again, look at how you can see who recommends it. Hi, Amendment 79, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think I'm going to vote? Pretty high. Bye, Joe Call. Joe Call, love you, boo. Nice to see you on here, honey. And please post your link if you are so inclined. I would love that. I should tell Christopher that I am live. So, oh hey, Francine is here and Tracy. Let me tell Christopher Dale I am live. 1 second. Boop 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 boop. Yeah, so Prop 79, you bet I'm going to be voting on that one. So I'm live. There we go. And oh, look at that. Look at all these people. Amendment 80, Constitutional Right to School Choice Initiative. So this one lets you know yes or a no. So yes, initially you would think yes, but it's definitely a no. It's creating a constitutional right to school choice, which includes neighborhood schools, charter schools. So I don't have kids, but I would vote no on this one. This one, yes. So anyway, but look at how that all this. So where it gets a little harder for me, y'all, is that as I go down further, it's like, yes, I'm going to be voting for Emily, John Walsh's DA. What gets harder down here is I'm going to have to go and dig, because this is the meat right here. Denver County Court, all these judges, you really want to be paying attention to this. So I'm going to get on Ballotpedia and I'm going to put their names in there, and I'll type this in here too. Stuart says, got yours on October 4th for Kelly. Filled it out that night. Looked up, folks. I didn't know. Dropped it off the 5th. Yeah. Send me a picture. Send me a picture of, if you want, of you, if you took one of you holding your ballot. I love text. I loved putting that on my Instagram stories. There you go, Stuart. Right there. That's what we're talking about right there. No need to wait. Get that done. But anyway, so I've got a lot of these ballot issues, all these judges that I need to, that's a lot of judges, and then a lot of ordinances. Now, for some reason, they don't have a lot of, there's some that they have the yes recommended, but a lot for Colorado, we don't necessarily have that. So I got my work cut out for me this weekend because I finally got my ballot today. So that's that on that. I hope that was helpful for you. Did that make sense? You didn't take one. That's okay. Pamela Martino. Hi, babe. You know what? One of the last pictures of the two of us together, I was wearing this sweater in Italy. It still fits. Yay, me. Anywho, yes, I would love to chat with you, Pamela. I will text you my address. That was really good, don't you think? Like, so yeah, what's your voting plan? And ask your friends, ask your family, see if you can help them out, see if you can give them a ride to the polls, or if you can take them to go drop off their ballot. How you like me now? Mm-hmm. All right, darlings, let's pull a card. Man, that drink, it's not even that strong. But I just put this like tart little like energy drink stuff in it. Whew, man, oh shubbits. All right, I'm going for this card. There's my Mary Magdalene. Woof. She's the original. Do I look like I give a fuck? Mary Magdalene. Sorry. I'm sure that's gonna offend somebody. Also, do I look like I give a fuck? I don't. But I love ya. But I loves ya. Let me go back to my profile. All right, I'm gonna read this for you. Are you ready? This is Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. Oh man, I didn't bring my glasses up here. My soul informs me every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. That is Green Tara. I love that. Isn't that neat? Hold on a second. All right. She's definitely something. And I'm going to actually just take a picture of what she's about and I will post it on the links here. I'm going to read a couple cards for you, okay? And I'm sure I have given people heartburn after going through the ballot. If you're watching in a replay, enjoy because I hope it helps you. It was overwhelming for me, and I'm a voting advocate, and I want everybody to vote. You know what I mean? Everybody should vote. Just vote the right way, but everybody should vote. It's your right. That's the difference, I think, between these two parties. I'm not saying the Democratic Party is perfect. We know that. Duh. Look at me. I'm getting all red faced and fired up. But we're not trying to keep people from voting. Right? We're also not trying to get people to vote who shouldn't be voting. I mean, look at what happened with the Brad here in Colorado who went immediately to jail. The one that was the county clerk who was in one of Trump's cronies. And they were like, lady, there was no problem with the voting machines. You turned over information to Mike Lindell. Oh my God, she's garbagey. I'll post a link to her. It was pretty interesting. All right, here's what your card is. I rage up Mount Crushmore 24/7, 365. Here you go. When you party with Humpty Dumpty and you slip off the wall, don't fret because we all take big falls. Every ascending airplane will eventually land so it can fuel up and take off again. Every significant summit starts deep in a valley and it can take weeks to hit the next peak. But if you keep your chin up and make sure that it's plucked, because especially when you're a woman in menopause, you need your tweezers. IYK. But if you keep your chin up and move forward proudly, you'll beast up Mount Crushmore faster than you think. Boop. There's your card. Love you, like you. Okay, so there's that. Man, my chair is so squeaky. Want another card? Okay. Boop. Oh, perfect for right now. I welcome and expect magic, miracles, wizards, and source into my life. Man, that was for me. That one's for me. Many illusions within this world have taught you that you are realistic if you doubt magic. That you're realistic if you doubt magic, miracles, wizards, and source. But the truth is, you are realistic only if you expect magic, miracles, wizards, and source. And what you expect, you shall have in abundance. It's time to give up that wand, to give that wand a twirl. Oh, I love that one. That's so cute. That is super, super cute. I love that one. Okay, let me do, let's see. Let me do one of my sassy ass, sweet ass affirmations. Oh, that's what I was reading from. Derp, of course. I think that's it for me. You know what? I'm going to pull this one out because it's my favorite and it sits down here all the time because you need it. Are you ready? Peacefulness. Look how cute that is, that little heart-shaped wood covered wagon. I have a peaceful and tranquil and untroubled heart. This is for all of us right now. Can you tell I was on the job site? I got ink all over myself. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it and I can get my security deposit back. All right, I'm going to go. I love you. I like you. Have a wonderful weekend. Get spooky, right? But not too weird. Betty, let's bring Betty over. Hi, baby. Oh, baby ma'am. Look at baby ma'am. Baby Betty ma'am. Oh, look at that RBF. Such an RBF. Can you show your resting Betty face? Oh, she looks mad. She's not really mad. But yeah, oh, and she's purring now too. It's my baby girl, Betty. All right, y'all. I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're watching in the replay, let me know what you have planned this weekend or if you want to comment now. But I'm going to hang up. I'm going to drink my cocktail. I'm going to post pictures of this. Okay. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.